60 minutes, 17-0, and I'll tell you what, man, that is the most resilient performance I've ever seen in my life. I got 2 game balls today, all right? I don't think there's anybody in here that wouldn't go to war with this dude. This other dude out there was battling his ass off, making play after play after play. You gotta give it up for J Love.
That was a great win, man. Ain't nobody better high, man. It was not perfect, man. But ain't nobody better high. We got back, man. That's the way to do that.
Hey, family on 3. 1, 2, 3, family!
Hello and welcome to Total Packers with Matt LaFleur, presented by Software One. Larry McCarren along with the head coach of the Green Bay Packers. And Matt, of course, on Thursday night you get the big NFC North showdown with the Lions, and we'll talk about that. But first, what a great victory for your football team, for Packer fans everywhere over the Saints.
It certainly was. It was the most resilient effort, I believe, that we've witnessed in my tenure here with our guys. Just, you know, the belief in one another and being able to go out there and execute in some tough situations and coming out with a win that looked pretty bleak to start.
Okay, you got this young team. You got this young quarterback. In some cases, they don't know what they don't know, and you coach them up and send them out there. Is the whole process in a way kind of fun? I know it's a lot of work, but is it kind of fun?
Well, it's always fun, but you know, the message is to the guys is just go compete for 60 minutes and keep your head down and play it one play at a time, and that's easier said than done, but I think they stuck to that message and they believed in it.
Down 17-0 going into the fourth quarter, and you guys come back to win it. What happened?
Everything that needed to go right went right. I think, you know, overall our defense played a pretty good football game, you know, consistently throughout the course of the game. We had the one miscue on special teams on the punt, and then our offense found some life in the fourth quarter. We went to the no huddle. I thought our offensive line did an unbelievable job giving Jordan protection and gave us a lot of opportunities to go down and score.
Jordan rose to the occasion, not only in terms of performance, but also leadership. It looked like he put that team on his back and carried them to victory.
Yeah, he did a great job. He kept his cool, he kept his poise. I could sense the frustration. Shoot, I think we were all frustrated. I went over to the offensive huddle before one of our possessions, and I see him in there encouraging the guys, giving them reminders, and I think that's the signs of a great leader.
I thought for the second week in a row, a scramble by Jordan Love kind of ignited the football team, and I'm talking about that 24-yarder down the sideline. It just seemed to ignite you guys.
I think it ignited everybody in the stadium. You could feel that. Certainly that's a big play. Anytime you get explosive plays, you have the opportunity to score points. It certainly surprised me when, you know, being on the far sideline, I thought he was just going to run out of bounds, and then the next thing you know, he's still scampering down the sideline. So that was a big-time play in a critical situation.
Your defense pitched a shutout in the second half, and early in the fourth quarter, you guys go for it on 4th and 2, come up short, and the defense holds the Saints to a 3-and-out. Did you look at that 3-and-out as kind of a turning point?
Yeah, I would say so. I think anytime, it just saves so much time, and time was of the essence in that fourth quarter, and that was a big time stop by our defense.
I would say a much better run defense, 3.5 a carry by the Saints.
Yeah, that was definitely a point of emphasis coming out of the Atlanta game, and I thought our guys, we had a great plan, and they went out there and executed the plan.
I'm no heck of a genius, but I think Rashawn Gary's back to full strength, huh?
That was an impressive performance by him, and we've seen it time and time again. And, you know, he's a game record.
One question for you, and kind of to rain on the parade, the penalty thing. Too many, I know you don't want it. What do you need to do to fix it?
I think a lot of it's just the focus and concentration. A lot of those were unforced errors, false start penalties, some bad holding calls, and it just goes down to discipline, being fundamentally sound, being locked in, play in and play out, and that is an area that we absolutely have to get corrected if we want to have sustained success on the offensive side of the ball.
But all in all, end of the day, a great building block for a young football team, right?
I think so. I think, hopefully we can carry that momentum into the Detroit game against a really good football team.
Thank you, Matt. Coming up, Packers safety Rudy Ford. Don't go away.
Throws right side, it's deflected, incomplete. Rudy Ford broke up the pass.
So Rudy Ford certainly did his part in the back end. Total Packers with Matt LaFleur is brought to you by your local Chevy dealers, by Bellin Health, and by Johnsonville. Welcome back. This one-on-one is brought to you by Brew Pub, lots of matzo pizza.
Rudy, defensively speaking, you allow the Saints 10 points, 252 total yards, and you shut them out for the entire second half. Pretty good day defensively?
I would say, yeah. I would say definitely.
I would say definitely.
Definitely was a great day.
You led the team in tackles. I just see violence when you tackle. Where does that come from?
It just comes from a lot of things stemmed inside. I really love this game, and I just play like with attitude.
A lot of guys are good football players, but don't necessarily like the rough stuff. You actually like the rough stuff. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, nah, definitely. I don't know, it makes it more exciting.
Rudy Ford, one of those players who makes his presence felt. He just has a knack for showing up around the ball.
Let's get to know the football side of Rudy Ford. Defending the run or defending the pass?
Cool. Defend the pass. I don't know, I be feeling like, sometimes we overlook how good I am versus, in coverage. I mean, I can cover.
Playing man or playing zone?
I'm man-to-man all day. Yeah, my speed, I don't really want to play zone. It's not my forte, but, I can get it done both ways, but definitely I prefer man.
Playing back or in the box?
In the box, I feel like we're closer to some action, and then even playing back, you're gonna be in the action as well, just because offenses, they want to take those deep shots.
Dogs or cats? I'm just kidding.
Dogs.
Me too on that one. Dogs any day of the week.
Winston takes a snap, throws right side, it's deflected, incomplete. Rudy Ford broke up the pass.
Rudy, just your second season as a Packer, but your seventh season in the NFL overall. I still look at you as an ascending player. What's the keys to doing that?
The key is preparation. I prepare for all the moments that I have. I was only allowed to do special teams for whatever reason. But I battle my way. Hey, I play on defense. I can be a defensive starter in this league. And, I'm very grateful for the opportunity that the Green Bay Packers gave me. And, I'm just here showcasing, what I feel like, was missed. So, I mean, every day I hone in. I don't take anything for granted. Each and every day, I just work my craft to perfection.
Great win over the Saints in dramatic fashion, as cool as they come. However, it's history. How do you build on that for the Detroit Lions?
We was able to see our team persevere. We had to play a 60-minute football game, and from start to finish. It was a lot of rough edges going on throughout the game, but we was able to still see guys continue to battle back until the final whistle. We got a great opponent coming in, so I never take any team lightly. But at the end of the day, we got a good football team coming in. They like hungry, just how we are. Like I said, if we focus on the Green Bay Packers, play together, stick together, focus on what we're capable of doing, You know, I feel like at the end of the day, we're like the result.
Welcome back. This week's Chalk Talk is brought to you by Network Health. 3 sacks in one game is crazy good. 3 sacks in 23 snaps, now that's otherworldly. Of course, we're talking about Rashawn Gary, and he's going against Ryan Ramczyk, former Badger, multiple times All-Pro. Rashawn is going speed to power. And Rashawn has got this explosive kind of strength, and he just hand shivers Ramczyk out of the way, in on Derek Carr, who's looking for cover, and he finds it with Rashawn right on top of him. Same matchup, and Ramczyk knows he's got to do something about that power, and here it comes. And look at this. Ramczyk is using every ounce of his 314 pounds to combat that power. All of his weight is forward. His feet are all over the place. He is not fundamentally sound. And besides, Rashawn doesn't have to use power. He's athlete enough to use moves, which he does. The swim over the top and in on Derek Carr for sack number 2. Now it's Rashawn facing Landon Young, a tackle playing tight end for one reason, to block. But he can't block Rashawn either. Rashawn turning Karate Kid. Look at that. First of all, he comes with the chop, club, rip. It's like a boxer using combination punches. First of all, the chop, the club, and the rip, and around the corner for the hat trick. Rashawn also had a hit and a hurry in 23 snaps. Since it was Alumni Weekend, I'll quote my former teammate, the Polish Messiah, Chester Markle. He used to say, incredible.
Like I told the team in the locker room, the main thing is I'm just happy to go out there and go to war with you guys. That's something that I truly missed, over the, I want to say 9.5 months or so that I was out. Like, that's something I truly missed. So me being able to be back and plus be an impact, that's all I want, man. And I'm just happy I was able to take the stepping stone in that right direction that I want to go, because the more steps that I take in that direction, the better we are as a team and a defense.
Back to throw, and sack.
Rashawn Gary.
Again, Rashawn Gary decks him.
Rashawn's 3rd sack of the day. Total Packers with Matt LaFleur is brought to you by Network Health, by your Wisconsin Toyota dealers, and by Software One, redefining how companies build, buy, and manage everything in the cloud.
We're here today at Lambeau in honor of Greg Knapp, and for the 2nd annual Knapp stair climb. Napper would run the stairs before every football game, and unfortunately before the 21 season, he was hit by a distracted driver while riding his bike. So we're here to raise awareness, making sure people, when they're behind the wheel, focus on the road and do their part. Napper loved the game of football. He loved people, he loved coaching. We love and we miss him. So we challenged the LA Rams to participate this year. That's where my brother is the offensive coordinator, and my good friends Sean McVay and Raheem Morris to join us in raising awareness for distracted driving.
1, 2, 3.
Napper.
Welcome back to Total Packers with Matt LaFleur. This week's game balls are brought to you by Spectrum.
Welcome back. Time to hand out game balls. And on offense, Matt, you went with Jordan Love and the offensive line.
Yeah, we dropped back quite a bit in this game against a really good defensive line, and our O-line stepped up. We had some guys that hadn't played a lot. You know, Royce was starting at left guard, Rashid getting his start at left tackle, then Yash had to come in the game. So, you know, there were some moving pieces there, and they did a fantastic job against a really good defensive line.
And on defense, you went with your resident game wrecker, Rashawn Gary. I mean, he was going against pretty good players. He was like virtually unblockable at times.
He was, and hopefully we can continue to get him more and more snaps, because he certainly looks back and had a tremendous impact on that win.
Special teams, Keyshawn Nixon. What fired you up about his performance?
How about the guy had a carry on offense, played all those snaps on defense, and then played on 5 phases of special teams. So if that's not a complete performance, I don't know what is.
I was waiting for you to use that Keyshawn play. I started to practice that. When's it coming? When's it coming?
We've had it up for about 3 weeks, and we finally got it dialed up.
All right, thank you, Matt. Coming up, the last word from the coach. Don't go away.
The Packers and Bell & Health are featuring an exclusive hat for Packers versus Cancer. Join the fight today and help the Vince Lombardi Cancer Foundation. Visit PackersProShop.com.
Touchdown! Green Bay Packers! Makes the turn to the goal line. Touchdown! Throw it, sack. Intercepted. Wayne Walker. Dives into the end zone for a touchdown.
Welcome back. The Last Word with Matt LaFleur is brought to you by Construction Business Group and Wisconsin Operating Engineers.
Time for the last word from the coach. And Thursday night, Matt, you got the Lions coming to town. They've got wins over Kansas City and Atlanta and a loss to Seattle, 2-1. What are you seeing?
I see a really good football team. They've added some key pieces, really on both sides of the ball, and they're competitive, and they take on Dan Campbell's personality. They're tough, they're hard-nosed, and it's going to be a great challenge for us.
They are one of the few teams in the league, I am sure, that have beaten the Green Bay Packers 3 straight times. Is there a common denominator in there that, hey, we do this, we can handle the Lions?
Yeah, I think it comes down, every game's a little bit different, but we're going to have to do a great job, obviously, of taking care of the ball, and we're going to have to force some takeaways on the defensive side. And so if we can do that, play a physical brand, clean up some penalties, then we'll have an opportunity against a really good football team.
Thank you, Matt. Best of luck against the Lions, and thank you for watching. Until next time, take care.